When Yoatzi and I started this podcast, not gonna lie, it was really stressful at first because we saw an overall picture and we're just like, how are we gonna figure out the light setup, the cameras, like the back end, setting up a new profile to upload everything, like learn all these new platforms. It was just so overwhelming. And not just with the podcast. I feel like that's with everything. When you're starting something new or doing it for the first time, the list of to-do gets longer and longer and longer. It's like new things popping up every few seconds. Y fácilmente, that list of things can take over your whole life. But finding the right tools to simplify and just help you out makes everything just that much easier. It's a total game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel, Gymshark, and brands just getting started. Many of you might remember my own personal brand, Shop Louie's Life, where I had so much of my merchandise. We did so many drops on my Shopify for my merch. We have so many pieces and hoodies and sweats and t-shirts. Get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style. Así puedes acelerar your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography, which will really come in handy. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/pretty. Go to shopify.com/pretty. Shopify.com/pretty. A ver, tú muy preguntona, when was the last time you went to go see a doctor or your kids? A ver.
I just went.
Ay, sí, bueno, fuera.
I did, and you know why?
¿Por qué?
Because I have ZocDoc.
Ah.
No, I promise I did.
Okay. A ver, pues, for my good and for the good of our audience, what's ZocDoc?
I got you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings. Choose a time slot that works for you and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. And sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. Honestly, I love ZocDoc. It has saved me so much time, so I know you guys are going to love it too.
Así que take this as your sign to stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/prettynotSmart to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/prettynotSmart. ZocDoc.com/prettynotSmart. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Chicky.
And Tiffany.
Give me a cigarette. Ronca.
It's because that's how she talks. Tiffany.
Babe, you have to poop or you have... Tiffany. Babe.
Stop. I'm trying so hard to be like her. I love her voice.
If you guys are
Tiffany Chili. Or what's her name?
I don't know. Chili? Maybe she all works at Chili's.
Never mind, y'all.
I was really young when I started watching Chucky, so I don't know a lot of the lore. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, we need to talk to Alan Eyes. He knows the lore.
I know. Bring him on the episode. If you guys are listening and not watching, for today's spooky episode, we are dressed as Chucky and Tiffany and Co.
Yes, girl.
I wanted to be Tiffany.
He did, but I was like, I'm going to be Tiffany. He wanted to make me Chucky, bitch. But you know what? I do have to say, I feel like every year the pelucas for these costumes get more and more chafa, my love.
Look at mine. It looks like me electrocutaron.
Like,
Yes.
mine just has like a nest up here of like not even hair. They filled it with like sponge or
I
something.
saw
I
that.
was like, what is this? Pica.
But it gets the job done.
Yeah, but we ended up picking all of our costumes for spooky season.
I know. I can't wait for you guys to see and all of our content that we be posting with our costumes.
Yes.
Favorite season. So, second week in. But before we continue, if you want to be pretty and smart, make sure you subscribe.
And if you want to be
Oh,
you
wait.
better subscribe.
I said it wrong. I said whatever. Subscribe.
Yes,
I'm
Dave.
over. I'm not even saying that shit no more.
He's not saying it right. So you know what, guys? Just this is your daily reminder to go and subscribe.
If you guys want me to stop saying that, just subscribe. And then
I
eventually
don't
I'll
know what
stop.
happened. He was on a roll, like saying it perfect, and then just like I don't know.
Overthinking.
Yeah, I don't even want to.
And I'm pretty not
anymore.
smart, so it fucking fits. Just subscribe.
Just
It's the moral of the
subscribe.
story.
Yeah, period.
Before we continue, we are also going to start with Ms. Dumbass Word of the Day.
Ooh.
Abby?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Give us a word.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yes.
Mendacious.
Mendacious.
Mensadas.
Use it in a sentence because I literally have no clue.
Mendacious?
Okay. The newspaper story was mendacious and hurtful.
Malicious.
Yeah, giving
Like-
malicious.
Mean.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Scary
Close,
skeleton.
but no.
Mendicious. Ishes? I
Yeah.
am wishes.
Ah,
I was gonna say wishes. That part ishes always makes me think of like evil and insidious and like stuff like that.
Okay. You guys are in the right ballpark, but not right.
What is it?
Mendacious means not telling the truth or lying.
Oh.
We were off.
Yeah, we were
We
off.
weren't
I was
close
thinking
at
it was
all.
like being mean or rude.
Me
but,
too.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it just means
not telling
lying.
the truth about someone could be mendacious.
But that's lying.
So
So
Yeah.
you're
the
being
word
mendacious about us getting it right.
the word means lying.
Yeah, that's why. And we were saying it means wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Evil.
Okay.
Man's pretty not smart, you
Anyway,
guys.
yeah, he's also pretty not smart.
But that was the word for the day, mendacious.
Chucky and Tiffany are very mendacious, my love.
Yes, they're very liars.
I think. Do you know? What is your favorite movie of the Chucky series?
Where they have a baby because he looks like me.
Seed of
Yeah.
Chucky.
Yeah.
I think for sure mine still has to be.
The first one.
No,
Oh.
the first one's fucking boring.
Bitch!
No, it's fun, but is it the second one, Bride of Chucky? The one where Tiffany comes out.
Oh, yeah, like that. I thought that was the first one.
No, the first one is just how he like came alive.
I'm telling you guys, I don't know the lore of Chucky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's there's a bunch of Chucky movies, but I don't know if it's the second or third where Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, that's my
comes in.
favorite.
That's
when
my
Tiffany and Co
favorite.
comes out.
And
And then when they have their baby because he looked like me.
And then there was another one. I don't know if you watched it with. It's like a newer one, but I watched it too.
No, I didn't watch that one.
I think it's when they have a daughter or they have twins or something like that.
I don't know. They lost me at the first one. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, but anyways, Chucky series was sickening.
Before we get into our spooky episode, we wanted, bitch, I keep saying before.
Uh,
All these three things before. For today's episode, we are going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and so has Yoatzi. We're going to be reading Reddit stories.
Yes.
I'm scared of Reddit in general.
Me too.
I feel like Reddit is a very like just vulgar, raw, and
Kind of like no filter.
no filter. There's
just
nothing
it is
to
what
stop
it is.
people. Yeah, like it's just like something that I've never really hopped on. But because it's so raw and it's so like true, there's some of the scariest stories on Reddit.
Yeah, and we've just heard about like a lot of. I've gotten to like on our DMs, people are like, "Go on Reddit, read Reddit stories."
Yeah.
So as always, we did have Meg go in there and pick some of like the ones that he thought we were gonna be shook.
Mhm.
So we haven't read these prior, so you guys are gonna get our raw reaction to these Reddit stories.
I've
Perfect
even
for
seen-
spooky season.
On TikTok, where people screenshot Reddit stories and
Ay, no la
they put like a
verga.
creepy song and stuff. So it's just, I feel like it's gonna be perfect to
Ay.
really get us into spooky.
I feel like it's gonna
season.
give me escalofríos. I already feel it.
I'm excited, but
But you know what? No, before there was some chismesazo that I wanted to tell Louie.
well, me too. What's yours?
Okay, mine's not really chismesazo. It's more funny. It's fucking funny as fuck.
What?
Okay. So it's a story of something that happened to my mom.
I already knew it. I had the exact same story to tell her, and I was like, well, let me find out we have the exact same
I
story.
said, bitch, I'm dying. Do you want to explain it?
Okay.
You're better at storytelling sometimes.
Okay, so maybe it'll be funnier because I experienced it firsthand.
Okay. Yeah, and I experienced it today. She told me today.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
it's a 2-part series. So first, I felt like my dream came true. Remember on last episode, I was telling y'all that I really want to see aliens. I don't even care if nobody believes me, that I just want to see with my own eyes, sé qué tanto. So yesterday, I was driving back with Addie, and on the freeway, I saw something. It was a little red dot. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? And then Adam's like, an airplane. And I was like, no, that's not an airplane. And that's one thing I always do. I always stare into like the sky at random times.
To see if we see an alien.
I just want to see something like, and I know it's most of the time it's always airplanes, but I'm always just like confident I'm going to see something. This day I saw something. I pointed out when it was just a little red dot. And I was like, no, it's not an airplane because it would have been blinking. Adam's like, that's an airplane. So I was like, no, look, that's an airplane. And I saw an actual airplane. They were both kind of the same distance.
Oh, okay.
But I could tell it wasn't. As it's getting closer, I start seeing like a little streak follow it. So I was like, oh my God, it's a meteorito. How do you say that in English?
A meteor?
A meteor. I was like, it's a meteor. And then he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, it has to be. He's like, it's a shooting star. I was like, no, because it would have disappeared already. So I was like, oh shit, I knew it was. So I fully was like, oh my God. And then it starts going longer and longer and longer. And then it starts doing like this weird like shape where like it starts transforming. And I was like, and I was like recording it. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be the first person to post an alien. And then Adam was fully freaking out. Like not even being
Shut
like,
up.
Oh, I'm scared. He's like, the world's ending. Like,
is this your guys' first time seeing one of those?
yeah. So I was just like, oh my God. So I recorded it. If you guys didn't catch it, I'll post it on the Pretty Not Smart IG. And I fully was like, oh my God. But then we were also with Ms. Munchies.
Oh, okay.
And Ms. Munchies was like, I think that's a rocket. And
It
they were
is.
like, oh,
I
yeah.
was
So,
about to tell you, I'm going to burst your bubble, but it's a satellite.
no, it's not a satellite. It's a rocket.
It's either a rocket or a satellite.
It's a rocket from Elon Musk.
Yes, and they're getting shot up to the
Yeah.
atmosphere, like up to, Alex said
What
that
is
it was
it? Like
to monitor.
X1 or something like? Oh, wait, that's who we're touring with.
Dumbass.
What is it?
It's
I don't
Starlink.
know.
Starlink.
Starlink.
No, isn't it something else?
Elon
Oh,
Musk.
SpaceX.
There's SpaceX,
Yeah.
but
SpaceX.
SpaceX
It's
sends
something like
Starlinks
that.
up into space. And there's
Yeah.
like thousands of satellites in space, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah, so that's what it was. And I was just like,
You've actually never seen one?
no, not with my own eyes.
We saw one maybe like a month ago with the kids. We were
Mhm.
driving back from the park
Yeah.
and we saw one. And then yesterday, me and Alex were leaving Home Depot. We saw the exact same thing. Well, Alex pointed it
really?
out. He was like, look at that red thing. And I'm like, what is it? And then we start seeing the thing and we're like, oh, it's one of those little rockets
Oh.
again.
Yeah, so it was cool because, like, obviously I knew it wasn't a freaking alien or whatever, but it just still amazes me that, like, we have space. Like, because sometimes I feel like we're just living our everyday life that we forget what's really out there. So when I
Yeah.
saw something being shot up, I was like, oh my God, like, it's something going into the sky.
Love
So
that.
it was really cool. But while I was having that sickening experience, so was my mom.
Right.
So my mom was also recording the video and she was like, period.
Yeah. She said she saw it from her upstairs window and she like ran outside.
Yeah. So she posted it on her Instagram story. She was like, period. World's ending. All right. She posted it and she was like, I'm going to post it on TikTok también. So she
Mhm.
wanted to post it on her TikTok. So she posted on her TikTok and then she calls me. Well, my dad calls me and I was like, why is my dad calling me? Like, my parents don't really call me, and when they do, it's like I'm like scared. So my dad calls me and then I was like, hello. And my mom's like, visito. And I was like, what? And she's like, sorry, te estoy llamando I'm calling you from your dad's phone. And I was like, what happened? She's like, are you busy? Like, I really need your help. And I was like, no, what's going on? So I'm already freaking out.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I posted a video of like this thing I saw in the sky. And when I posted it on TikTok, it said my phone was going to explode. And I was like, what? She's like, yes, I threw my phone. She's like, I'm so scared. I don't know what happened. She's like, all I did was post it. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, well, what does your phone say? I was like, show me. And she's like, no, like my phone's outside. I threw it. And I was like, wait, you're being so serious right now? And she's fully scared. She's not even like laughing. Like, she's fully like, no, like, my phone's outside in the bushes. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay, wait. And I asked her again. I was like, are you actually being serious right now? She was like, yes. I was like, Mom, how is your phone going to explode? So then I was like, a ver, what did your phone say? And basically in Spanish, she says, my phone said, what does it say?
I
Tu
have the
contenido.
screenshot.
I know I have it too. I should pull it up. But it says,
Pull
tu
it up.
contenido va a explotar. Actúa ahora.
Yeah.
That's what it said. And my mom was like, so I immediately threw it. And then I was like, Mom, I was
Wait,
like,
translate it in English.
translating it in English. So I'm pretty sure some of y'all have gotten that if you post TikToks. If you post a TikTok in English, it'll say your video has the potential to go viral. Act now. And basically it just asks you to pay a little money to like make it like almost like a sponsored video or whatever.
Yeah, to get more views.
But in Spanish, I was like, why the hell would TikTok translate it into tu contenido va a explotar? Actúa ahora.
Yeah, it literally says tu contenido podría explotar. Actúa ahora with exclamation
Points and it has a fire sign on it.
Yes.
So then I was like, oh my God, for obviously like an older person or a parent, someone who doesn't know the concept of going viral, why would they write it out like that? So my mom fully thought that her phone probably like overheated or something. So she saw the fire sign. She saw that her phone was warning her like, your phone's gonna explode, act now. So my mom said she literally didn't even think and was like, bitch. And she sends me, well, I'm cracking up and I was like, no, Mom, I don't know why they said that, but they were basically trying to say that your content can go viral if you act now.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, I'm so scared.
TikTok.
So she sends me pictures of where she threw her phone and it's like in the floor by the bushes. And she was like, wait, are you sure I can grab it? It's not going to explode on me. I was like, Mom, there's no way it's going to explode on you. And like, at this point, I'm cracking up. And she's like, no más me explota, eh?
Oh.
And then, yeah, so now she's like laughing about it. But in the moment, she was so scared. And I was just like, I cannot believe this.
I was cracking up when she told me. And I kind of felt like, oh, my mommy. Like, she's so like, not really understanding of all this media and stuff that I feel kind of bad. I was like, pobrecita, she genuinely got so fucking freaked out. Because why the fuck would they put a fire? Tu contenido or whatever, va a explotar, actúa ahora. And okay, guys, my mom said that she got more freaked out because she was like, what if it was aliens and like TikTok saw that I'm posting aliens? So they're like, oh my God, we're going to blow up your fucking phone for posting this shit.
And mind you, my mom doesn't really post on TikTok as much. So I feel like that was her first time seeing that message.
But she did ask, we're going to post the pictures on Pretty Not Smart. She said we could. I asked her.
Okay.
We're going to post the pictures of what it said when she posted it. And then her little picture of her phone on the fucking bushes, you guys. I was peeing my pants today when she told me.
Because I could literally picture her seeing that and be like, bitch.
Yeah, what the fuck? And my dad too. My dad said he was just as spooked. Like, ya viente eso.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's even funnier because my mom guards her phone with her life. Her phone and all her belongings. She doesn't like to drop her phone. She always has it super protected. She's very much like she places it on the ground. So like for me to just picture her being like, bitch. I was like, oh my God, she was so scared for her to be like, oh hell no, like I'm not about to risk my life for my phone.
And then she showed it to me. She's like, mira, se me quebró la pantalla.
Oh, it did?
It has like a little crack on it because of how hard she threw it. I was like, F yo, that was fucked up.
I know, I'm gonna sue them.
Pobrecita.
I just don't understand why they would put tu contenido va a explotar. And with like exclamation points and the fire emoji. Like, I get it, but like, isn't, like, if with us, it says your content has potential to go viral. Why don't it just put viral?
Viral or, I don't know, no explotar, bitch.
She was like,
she's like, not here.
I'm dead at how we both had the same little, that is proof that we really wait until we see each other to tell each other
these stories. We're like, I'm going to save it for the podcast.
Yeah, it was funny, but I fully was on the phone with her trying to like figure it out.
Trying to calm her down.
Yeah, because I was like, what do you mean? And then I put two and two together and I was like, wait, meant to go viral.
And I asked her too. I kept asking her. I was like, you're not lying to me? Like, are you really that happy? She's like, que sí, te juro. She's like, dile a Luisito.
She was hella spooked out.
Pobrecita.
So that was my mom's spooky season.
I know life can get pretty chaotic sometimes and a little hectic, and sometimes we just need to find somebody to talk to so we can vent and we can just de-stress. Therapy has done wonders for me. It's helped me out in so many ways, and I've talked about therapy and my mental health with you guys. So if you are looking for a therapist, now is the time to do it. I know finding a therapist can be hard, and finding someone who actually takes your insurance can really be annoying. And that's where most online therapy platforms fall short. But Rula does things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per session. And with Rula, you can find the right therapist for you. They have over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, enabling you to find your personalized solution and the right therapist for you. And Rula is committed to supporting you and staying with you every step of the way on your mental health journey. From finding the right therapist to helping you schedule appointments and monitoring your progress, Rula is there to help. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by their insurance. Visit rula.com/pretty to get started. After you sign up, you'll be asked how you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know we've sent you. That's RULA.com/pretty. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. Okay, you guys, we're going to start with Reddit stories. I'm really scared. I'm like actually going to shit myself. I don't know why.
Me too.
Okay, so this first one is actually really long. So I'm intrigued because I know people on Reddit go in with the detail. This happened 7 years ago. Well, they posted it 7 years ago, and it's called I Saw Something on the Evening News That I Can't Explain. Ay, ya me dio escalofríos a la verga.
That already sounds
Yo ya me voy.
scary. Yeah, for real.
Oh, I don't want to read this.
I'll read it.
Okay,
Let's
guys.
see.
This is my first time reading it. My work friends and I were out at our favorite pub last night. Not a really fancy place, but you know, cheap beer and close enough to home that I don't have to drive.
So was that in the UK?
I don't know. Oh, because they
'Cause-
said pub?
I think that's what they call El Antro, a pub in the UK.
Okay, good observation.
Could have solved the mystery.
What's my hit? The night started out normally enough. The four of us crammed into a small table off in the corner, mostly talking shop and shitting on our boss.
Man, the way you read them. All right.
Being this was middle of the week, there weren't too many people around. Maybe around 8 or 9 others in the whole place. Sorry, guys. This is my first time reading this. Everybody's just kind of keeping to themselves. Sort of people you'd expect to see in a pub on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. She's setting the mood.
How
Or
do you know
he.
it's a she?
Or he.
Hey, yeah,
You're right.
Don't assume.
Anyway. They're all skipping the fucking podcast. Like, yeah, eso no saben.
We'll go.
Okay, shh. From where I'm sitting, I have a pretty good view of the TV behind the bar. Jesus, the bartender, is kind of lazily flipping through channels and passes by our local news channel. There's a brief burst of orange and red on the screen, which I register as a fire happening somewhere, which then disappears as Jesus switches over to the next channel. Something about the image looks oddly familiar, though. Hey, Jesus, can you switch that back? I call out to her. Oh.
To her? Is it Jesus? Guy? What?
It's because it's got no timeout. It's because the real name of the bartender is a name that I don't like.
Oh.
So I changed it to Jesus.
So you just changed it so you want to say the name and now it's like
And now it's
it doesn't make sense because it's a girl. That's why you're like, I told her, I was like, her doesn't make okay.
Just go along with it, okay, guys?
Okay, so
Sorry.
it's a girl named Jesus. Yeah, miss.
We're pretty not
Why are you
smart,
changing
bitch.
names that don't need to be changed? Go.
I'll tell you the
You're like,
lore.
So I tell her Jesus. I'm like, what
I
the?
said, hey, Jesus, can you switch that back? I call out to her.
Just know Jesus the girl. I'm like, God is the
Alright.
woman. I just kidding.
I'm dead. Sorry, guys. Okay. This happens every time we do spooky stories.
None of this has been spooky right now, my love.
Okay. So you understood the first part that she saw something red that looked like fire?
And it's a boy named Jesus. I mean, a girl named Jesus. Go.
Okay. The news comes back on, and suddenly I recognize the building in the frame. It's my building, and it's burning.
I knew they were gonna say that. Oh,
Oh
hell
my
no.
gosh. Holy shit, I say loudly, enough that a few people follow my gaze to the television. That's my apartment.
That's scary.
The crowd in the bar falls kind of quiet. Everybody's staring up at the screen now. The screen shows a wide shot of outside of my building. The camera must be set up on the north and off the block because I recognize a lot of shops on the ground floor. Property management, dry cleaner, convenience mart, etc. The top left corner of the building is aflame. It's not a huge fire by any means, but it looks like a few units between the top 4 floors or so have already been engulfed by the flames.
Oh, so
What
it's like
the
a bad
fuck?
fire.
Jesus, man, one of my coincidentally.
I know, another Jesus.
Jesus, man, one of my coworkers says, that sucks. There's an uncomfortable murmur of agreement that passes around the table. I mean, I don't blame them. I wouldn't know what to say in the situation either. Yup, I agree, just as awkwardly. Thankfully, my apartment is only about halfway up and located on the west side of the building. I cross my fingers, hoping my stuff will be okay.
Yeah, that's scary.
The camera cuts to a reporter on the scene. He's standing a little further away, looking at the shops in the background. I can tell he's across the street on the northwest corner of the building. Firefighters are expected on the scene any moment, he's saying, and hopefully they'll be able to contain this horrible inferno before it spreads any further. As I was saying before, it's very fortunate that everyone was able to evacuate the building before things got too bad, or who knows what tragic events may unfolded. He's really laying it on thick, my other coworkers jokes. I chuckle a little bit. All things considered, at that moment, it really didn't seem all that bad. But then,
Bitch, I would have ran.
I know, what the fuck?
he's, like,
They're like kind of
chilling.
calm, right?
Yeah, I
For
would
that
have ran to
situation.
get my stuff.
They're a little like, well, she's like, well, I hope it's just not my apartment. I would have been like, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, but then a few moments later, hang on. The reporter on TV says, we're getting some updated information. It seems, hang on one moment while we readjust the camera. The previously locked down camera starts to shift the angle, focusing on an area of the building about halfway up the west side. All the lights in the building are out except for one. I feel a weird creeping sensation as I start counting the windows from the bottom.
No.
5 up, 2 over, that's my place.
Ew.
I swore I turned that light out. I think at first, then I see it. Oh my God, wait.
No, you guys, I'm scared. I got the chiviricas.
There's a person standing in my window.
Ew, you guys. I have chills in my
I have
face.
so many chills all over my body, bitch.
I hate that.
The camera is zoomed out too far out to make out any features, but it definitely looks like a man, and it's definitely standing in my apartment.
Oh my God.
I watch petrified as the camera zooms in closer. The reporter babbling on about the overlooked, ill-fated soul still trapped in the blazing and such. As the image gets closer, I start to make out more details. Oh,
No.
ew, Alex!
What? He put a picture?
The person is dancing. What the fuck? Or something. I don't really know how to describe it, but he's moving around a lot, and everything he's doing
Or burning.
has this bizarre.
You said dancing. There's flames. They're probably like,
That's what she said. Everything he's doing has this bizarre rhythmic quality to it. That's probably why she thought it was dancing. It's like a rhythm.
Oh.
He
bitch.
starts waving his arms in the
Oh,
air.
look at Bernie's in the renegade.
Louie!
Okay, sorry. I don't want to get scared. Go.
He's dealing with it by making it
I
funny.
know.
He starts waving his arms in the air, back and forth, and then he's waving them.
Look at Macarena.
and then he's waving them up and down at his sides. Then he's banging both fists on the glass.
Mel Maddie. Dun, 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 dun.
Then he's waving his arms over his head again, back and forth. Everything he's doing is to the exact same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ew.
He starts jumping up and down, waving his arms over his head like he's trying to get someone's attention from a long distance. But everything is to the exact same rhythm, over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What in the fuck? I say, my voice is hoarse whisper, and then the camera gets a little closer and we can make out the person's features. Oh my God, it almost looks exactly like me. It's wearing the exact
Ew,
same
stop. I just got
clothes
chills on my
that
face.
I'm wearing now, bitch. Ew, I don't like this. Clothes I changed into moments before leaving the apartment earlier.
What?
Its face looks almost exactly like mine as well, except for its eyes. Its eyes are far too big for a normal person. It also has this almost comical look of horror on its face. I don't even know how to describe it. Imagine if someone were pretending to look scared, but as a joke. It would have almost seemed funny if the circumstances were different, but instead it was just extremely unnerving. No one in the bar is talking now. Everyone is fixed on the TV. The person is still swaying and waving around, beating its hands on the glass or jumping in circles. I almost don't hear the reporter mention the fact that the firefighters have rushed into the building and are now heading to my floor. Oh God, I think without really understanding what was happening, please don't go in there. It's almost over. I stare transfixed at the screen. From this angle, you can just barely see the top of my front door through the window. Not too far behind, where this creature is flailing out. Right now, it's holding its face in its hands and shaking its head from side to side as if saying no. Suddenly, the door behind it bursts open, and presumably the firefighters have entered my apartment. The creature stops moving. For a second, I see its expression change. The comical look of horror is gone, replaced by a huge smile filled with enormous pointed teeth. Then the lights go out. We all just sat there staring at the screen as the camera slowly zoomed out from the now dark window. No one says anything as well. All quietly pay our bill and leave. I went directly to my sister's place across town and asked to stay with her. I told her there was a fire in my apartment and that's it. When I tried to find footage from the news online later that night, it seemed like they had edited that last part out. I don't know if any of you on this subreddit know what that thing was, but I hope they didn't put out that fire. I hope they let the whole fucking place burn down to the ground. Ew, I didn't like that. I still
I
have
don't get
hella
it.
goosebumps.
All right.
So
So was it their
basically,
apartment or not?
It was her
So
apartment.
then why'd she say, I hope they just let it all burn?
Because she's saying that there was a creature in there, like a fucking demon
But
or a
she's saying,
fucking
I hope, as
fantasma.
if she doesn't know if they did or didn't.
At that moment, after like when being with her sister, she was just because she went back to go look for the footage, and the footage, like they edited that ending part out.
Yeah.
So before like heading back, obviously she was like, I fucking hope that like it burned down to the ground because of that.
Yeah. So I'm also a little confused. Is she the only one who saw that person in her window?
No, everybody saw it.
But it's
So
'cause
everybody at
how
the
she
bar.
was saying at the bar, how she was like, everybody kind of like paid it no mind and like paid their bill and walked away. So it's like if people were seeing somebody in a building, everybody like, oh my God, someone's burning, or like, because the fire said that it was happening there and the firefighter. So I'm like, is she the only one that saw it? Because she's like, everybody just like paid their bill. And then when she said she couldn't find footage of it.
Oh, she's saying, you're right. She's saying that it was kind of like if nobody really paid any attention to it. And the only comment was that they were just kind of like, oh, that sucks. Like, I'm really sorry or whatever that's happening.
Yeah.
But nobody ever even asked,
And
like,
then
what
she
the
said
fuck
that
was that?
she looked for footage after and it was like edited out. But I'm like, I almost feel like in any scenario, if somebody was like in a trapped fire building, everyone would be asking questions, or everybody would be like more panicked, or like somebody else would have noticed like the person like dancing or whatever.
Well, this makes it scarier because then what if it was like a hallucination of her?
Or just like a demonic clone.
Ew, I
'Cause
don't like that.
She said that it was wearing the same clothes as her.
That she
and
was
then-
wearing earlier before she changed for the pub.
and that she was like slow, like kind of somewhat like smiling or whatever. But
And what if it just like appeared to her?
yeah.
Ew, I really did not like that.
Yeah, that one was scary, and it was really detailed, which I love because I really painted the picture in my
Me
head.
too. I have like this distinct picture of what I'm imagining, but I think what like creeped me out the most is that one, there was somebody in her apartment, and two, the little rhythmical dancing thing that gives me the chiviricas. Like I feel like that has like demonic written all over it. I don't like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because we have fucking earphones or
Oh.
was making it creepier, but I got like crazy chills. I could
did
literally
too.
feel it in my face.
I didn't like reading that.
I see Marlene.
Ahora te toca a ti, Marlene.
So if it was Marlene, it'd be twerking.
She's like, Ash at the Stairmaster.
But
That's
in the window, she's like,
She's like, almost done, girls.
she's like, 1 mile. Oh, hell no. Okay, so I'm going to pull up one of the stories. Hopefully, it's just as scary.
That one was creepy, man. Are the other ones worse?
Wait, which one did you click?
The
First, second?
last one.
Oh, you clicked the last one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to click the first one because I'm number one. Woohoo! You know where that's from?
Yoshi?
Oh, right.
Woohoo.
No, we're fucking cheer. You're I know, Marlene.
That mine was that long too. That's what makes it spicy. We're number one. Hey.
Oh, hell no. I'm not good at reading.
Right.
So, get your pubs ready.
Let me hide my chonies from the camera.
I know. Should I read the title?
Yes, you have to. Amazing.
I don't like this one. It's called Yoatzi.
Yoatzi's life.
It's called My Mom Swears She Tucked Me In Last Night. Wait, I live alone.
That's what great.
I already got chills.
Oh my god.
Okay, I might need to use my pointer finger. I'm gonna lose track.
Yes, I'm ready, Louie. Déjame persino. I don't claim any negative energy from this video, allegedly.
I'm in need of some advice, but I don't even know what kind of help I should be after.
Ay,
With
pinche Chucky mamón.
the little hair and the little stand.
the
the
little stand.
It started about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, when did they say they posted it?
Yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, just kidding.
Oh, shit.
5 more ago.
5 months ago. Okay.
I got a call from my mom on a cold Monday. Ay, mamona, on a cold Monday.
Bien frío, setting the mood.
For real. Okay, we talk often enough, and a phone call from her isn't a strange occurrence at all.
Okay.
The only real strange part about it was that it was a while I was sorry.
Ay, this is why we can't do nothing right on this podcast. I'm just kidding.
The only really strange part about it was that it was a while I was on the clock at my job.
What?
Well, fuck that. I just can't read.
No, they're all like grammarly punctually correct. And he's like, fuck them.
I'm almost sure I'm dyslexic, you guys.
They
I'm
made
not
it all
kidding.
detailed and cute and easy to read. And he's all mad at them for it.
It turned red. Okay. I'm a nurse, so she usually would only call if something was important. I picked up the phone, fully expecting to hear that someone had died. I don't know why I'm laughing. Only to be greeted by her familiar, gentle voice.
Oh.
She was casual, sweet. Just asking about my day. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom and I like talking to her. But I was at work and it was very busy.
Oh, shit.
I tried to politely excuse myself and get back to what I was doing. Before I could hang up, she said something that caught me off guard. I'm glad you're sleeping better. You looked so peaceful.
Ew.
I was caught a bit off guard by this. You see, I'm in my mid-20s and I've lived alone for almost 7 years now. What's more, my mom lives about 200 miles away from me.
Damn.
I didn't think much of it at the time, but as the day went on, for some reason, it bothered me more and more. Yeah, that's like a weird thing to say. Like, you look so
Ew.
peaceful sleeping.
Right.
After my shift, I called her again, and again she began a casual, cherry conversation with me. What she had said earlier was burning into my brain at this point, so I asked her what she meant by that. Without missing a beat, and in the same happy tone, she told me, well, you've been tossing and turning. I was happy to see you sleeping peacefully last night.
What the fuck?
I didn't know what to say. I asked her if she was making a joke. Her response sounded just as confused as I was. She told me she tucked me in last night. I didn't want to start an argument. My mother is not young, and there is a history of degenerative brain disease in some of our family. Aw.
Oh.
I was worried that maybe she was sick. What the fuck?
She
Was
was
sick? Oh, I read it.
Oh, that's not
I
what it
was
said.
worried she was sick. No. I was worried that she made... What? Okay, I'm dyslexic. I'm
She's
over
sick.
it. She shake herself? All right.
She shit herself.
She was worried that she was sick.
Okay.
I changed the topic again to her day and finished what turned into a relatively pleasant conversation,
Cute.
given the earlier conversation. I texted my brother immediately. He lives in the same town as my mom and told him to go check on her. Ever since then, I feel like I've been losing my mind. At first, I began to notice the smallest things, tiny instances that aren't as they should be. The day when I got home, for example, the chair at the end of my dining room table was pulled out too far. Oof. I could have sworn I tucked it in, but reason tells me I must have forgotten. My bed was made when I knew for a fact, and I oh wait, my bed was made and I knew for a fact that I didn't make it.
Ew.
It was folded and tucked under the mattress, the same way my mom did when I was little.
Ew, I don't like that.
Ew. My mom used to do the same. So I feel like if I saw my bed like that, I'd be like, oh hell
Like, what the
no.
fuck?
I called my brother. I had no idea what was going on. Maybe my mom had come to visit and was pranking me. It was unlike her, but what else could this be? He told me that he had just had tea with her. It's been getting worse and worse. At night, I can hear footsteps, but when I get up to look for their source, they vanish, leaving me questioning if I really heard anything at all.
Fuck no, bitch. I cannot live alone.
It's like something's playing like mind tricks.
Ew.
A few nights ago, I woke up around 3 in the morning.
Right, of course.
Marlon, to the sound of humming.
Ay, ya me voy.
It was faint and barely audible, but I recognized the melody instantly. Oh, hell no. I already know where this is going. She said it was the lullaby my mom used to sing to me when I was little. The one she hummed when I had nightmares. I froze. It was coming from my bedroom doorway.
Dude, and she's alone.
I couldn't bring myself to look. I just shut my eyes and laid there, stiff under the covers, trying not to breathe too loudly. Eventually, the sound faded. When I finally worked up the nerve to turn on the light, the room was empty. But the closet door, which I always leave open, was shut. I know, mamona.
Her mom all moved in.
Bro,
She's
I
hiding
was
in the
like,
closet.
"Roomies."
The girl.
I've been calling her during the day, but it's no use. She either denies it or simply speaks as if nothing was wrong. More often than not, she goes off on tangents that frustrate me to no end.
Her mom?
hmm I even recorded our last conversation, thinking maybe I could catch something, some slip, some change in her voice that would make sense of this. But when I played it back, the audio was crystal clear, too clear. There was no background noise at all, no ambient hum, no shuffling, no click of her spoon in the teacup like there always is, just her voice, bright and cheerful, telling me she was proud of me, that I looked so calm now. Almost like it's not her mom.
Right.
I hadn't told her I was recording, and yet right before the call ended, she said, "You should stop doing that. It's not polite." Eh?
Hello?
I've grown paranoid. I don't sleep in my bed anymore. I've taken to sleeping on the couch instead, but without fail, I wake up in my bed, neatly tucked under the covers.
What the fuck?
Last night, I stayed awake as long as I could. I thought if I could catch it in the act, I could prove to myself that this wasn't just in my head. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember waking up. Then I remembered the hand that pulled the blanket over me.
Mm.
It wasn't hers. It was colder, thinner. The fingers were too long, and they didn't tremble the way hers used to. When I touched my forehead, there was no warmth, like the hand had no warmth, just a kind of pressure, like it was memorizing me.
Ew.
I kept my eyes shut. I don't know why. I think I thought if I looked at it, it would look back. But I knew I wasn't asleep. I can't explain it, but I could feel that I knew. It leaned closer. I could feel it, the weight of it pressing into the mattress beside
Ay,
me.
no mames.
Slow and deliberate. The sound it made was low and wet, like thick saliva pulling apart in strands.
Ew.
Something dragged across my neck. Not fingers this time, something softer, frayed at the edges. Hair, maybe. But it smelled like meat left too long in the sun.
My God, bitch, that's bad. That's a demon.
Shut up.
Yes.
It says, then it spoke. You don't cry anymore, not like before.
Oh my gosh.
Its voice was trying to be hers, but it wasn't right. The words came out broken, halting and slow, like someone reading phonetics off a cue card.
Phonics.
Oh. And underneath it, something else breathed, something heavier, labored, excited. I opened my eyes. There was nothing there. But the blankets were rising and falling beside me like someone invisible was laying there mimicking my breath. The indication in the mattress was fresh, deep. Oh, wait, the indentation. And smeared along the pillow next to mine was thick, dark, streak, brown, red, and rotting at the edges like old blood mixed with dirt. When I looked back at the mirror, there was someone sitting on the edge of the mattress.
Ew.
I thought it was her. The hair was the same length, same part down the middle, but it was patchy, thin and coarse in some places, clumped like wet straws in others. Tufts were missing altogether, exposing skin that looked stitched.
Oh
The
my God.
burlap pulled too tight over something that wasn't a skull. It's tilted its head again. The motion was jerky, like a puppet on tangled strings. Then slowly it began to turn. I didn't want to see. Every instinct screamed at me to look away, but I couldn't. The face that met mine in the mirror was trying to be my mother. It had her eyes, at least. It had eyes that were hers, but they were cloudy, too wide, like glass marbles pressed into soft clay. The nose was flat, crushed like something broken and reset wrong. The mouth was the worst part. It stretched too far, like it had been cut at the corners. The lips were split and scabbed, peeled back in a permanent smile that showed rows of tiny baby-like teeth, dozens of them,
Ew.
too white, too clean. It was brushing its hand across the pillow, slow and tender, and then it looked up, not at the bed, at the mirror, at me, and it smiled.
Oh my God.
I backed away from the mirror, heart pounding so loud I could barely hear myself think. I didn't want to see it anymore. I didn't want it to see me. But I couldn't look away. The thing on the bed tilted its head slowly, like it was curious. Then it raised one long, shaking arm and waved. It
Ew.
turned, nothing was. I turned, nothing was there. So all she's seeing is from the mirror.
From the mirror.
When I looked back at the mirror, it was gone. The bed was empty again. Just rumpled blankets and silence. I stood there for a long time, barely breathing, too afraid to move. And then my phone rang. It was my mom. Her voice was soft, calm. Don't be scared, sweetheart, she said. We just miss you.
What the fuck?
I know.
We just miss you?
Yeah.
That's how it ended?
Yeah, that's just how it ended.
We just miss you.
That's fucking scary. Look,
You
and
know
there's
what
a
it was?
comment.
Oh, what does it say?
It says,
Scratching
like,
my
because
leg,
it almost sounded a little like too movie like.
Right.
You know, like to the point where I was just like, I know Marlene, but this comment almost makes it seem a little bit more like realistic.
What does it say?
It says, I'm a mom and my heart is breaking not for OP, but for your mom. What does OP mean?
What does OP mean?
I guess it means for her. Like, I'm a mom and my heart is breaking not for OP, but for your mom. She misses you so much. The energy is manifesting itself into a frightening but loving, fastest smile of her. Go visit your mom.
That's scary.
That's scary. Like,
though.
it's almost like it's not something demonic, but her mom misses her so much that it's like putting this in front of her.
But that's too scary.
Like, too demonic, like the smell and everything.
I was gonna say it's giving other mother energy, like from Coraline.
Yeah.
It's kind of giving that like hi, like how it like wanted to say hi to her, and it's like just taking care of her. But bitch, that is so motherfucking creepy. Like I don't like that. And then I watched a lot of like scary stuff in my past, and I know that when it smells like
Carne.
carne molida.
Oh, fucking yummy. Have a tortilla.
Carne like echada a perder, rotten meat, it's demonic. If you ever
Yeah.
in a situation where you smell that and you're getting like spooked, it's something demonic around you.
So now I'm wondering if whatever she was talking on the phone with wasn't even her mom.
No, that can't, or I don't know. Or maybe it is the mom and the mom knows about it. Because why did the mom say, we just miss you? Bitch, who
I
the
don't
fuck's
know.
we?
I know. I would have been like, I know, mom. I'm telling you to
You're like, that's loca, bye.
Yeah,
Te
to an
voy a llevar a un
asylum.
manicomio.
Yeah, that one was scary.
I don't like that.
Wait, I saw another comment that I really want to read. This
my
one
gosh.
says, might be time to visit a doctor about that degenerative brain disease that runs in your family. I think your mom and brother died and they are hallucinating the calls and other things happening.
Wait, who died? Wait, what? Tell me,
That's
hurry.
scary. Okay, so you know how like in the story she's saying that in their family the degenerative brain disease runs in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So this comment is saying that after she left this story, they're like, I think that her mom and brother died, but the person that wrote this story is going through degenerative brain disease.
Oh, so she's the sick one.
So she's implying, she's like, you might be sick, and what if your family died and you're still like imagining the phone calls and everything? So it's like almost like a demon.
Wait, that's
Bless you, man.
creepier.
Yeah, like they're basically implying, because I was fully being like, well, the mom's a scary one here, but now the comments are kind of like, if that runs in your family, then you might be the one hallucinating.
Look, and I looked up what degenerative brain disease is, and it says that they are a group of disorders that cause the progressive decline and death of brain cells, your neurons. This leads to a gradual deterioration in cognitive function, motor skills, and other aspects of brain health.
That was too much math. Dumb it down for me.
Basically, your brain, your neurons start to die, making you cognitively like
You're using the same fucking words.
You don't know what cognitive is?
And neuron and neurons and
like
protons.
Good thinking, like being able to make conscious decisions, dies down. And like your motor skills are what make you move, like move your fingers, move your body, all of that starts to die down. Basically.
Oh my God.
So basically, it just deteriorates your brain health. Your brain just kind of starts going to shit.
Scary.
So I'm sure hallucinations is part of that. So whoever wrote that story, I highly suggest you go to the doctor, mi amor. That's scary.
Real scared. Almost snatched my wig off.
You're like, woo!
I know.
You know what? I was just telling Louie, guys.
That his brain is deteriorating.
No, digas eso. I need your brain to views. No, I was going to say that both of these stories are kind of giving like the people who wrote them are going through something. Or they're like hallucinating a little bit.
Stuff.
They're seeing stuff. So that almost makes it creepier.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's just you, mi amor. All right, so
crazy.
I'm going to read another one. And so far, those have been very scary. Okay. What?
I like spit something at the camera.
Ew.
Es que me dieron ansia, so I started biting my calluses.
Guys, Louie es un cochino. Se come sus manos.
Sí.
He like gets hungry and he starts like he gets hungry.
Be hungry. Motherfucking cannibal.
No, when he gets anxiety, he starts, you're eating yourself, bitch.
No, that's a
cannibal. You're eating people.
Oh, I was thinking a cannonball.
Pobrecito.
Isn't that a carnivore?
Yeah.
Right?
Basically, Louie's eating himself.
Just kidding.
I
Go to
hate
the
you.
next story.
I made a little mold of his bun. He's like, I hate you so much.
Oh, I'm going crazy. Scary story.
No, he's trying to laugh because he's scared. He's trying to make jokes.
Okay. We should
Okay.
have dressed up as the Grinch.
Oh, yeah. For Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this one was posted a year ago, and it's long, but not as long as the other ones. And it's called "Came Across an Incredibly Creepy Family a While Back."
That
My
sounds
family.
Interesting.
The
For
Castros.
all the Addams family.
That's what he describes.
Shut up.
Imagine.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I never really post anything on Reddit, mostly just reading. So please excuse me if I do or say anything that isn't common courtesy here. In around 2018, 2019, I was living in Nebraska where I grew up. At that time, yeah. I lived in the largest city in NE. What's NE? Nebraska?
What is NE? Yeah, Nebraska.
In Nebraska. But it was still essentially surrounded.
NE.
Okay, so the city was surrounded by corn and wheat fields. The city was expanding, so rich folks started building huge houses with giant properties on the edge of town as things proceeded to grow. All of that being said, I had good friends whose parents' house was one of the big ones right on the blurring line between the fields and the city. My friends and I were constantly hanging out at their place because it was fun. They had tons of property to ride 4x4s on, a hot tub, a huge living room for us to watch sports and have reality TV binge sessions.
I'm going.
Plus, his parents were super cool and we could drink out there as long as we stayed at the house. It was tons of fun, even though am quite scared of the dark. So I would just not go outside after a certain time because there was little lighting and the nearest neighborhood was about a mile away.
Ew.
I always felt a weird energy driving to from his place if I was late at night, but never had anything happen until one night.
Mm.
The drive out there was a long, winding two-way road that had thick trees on both sides. And you pass one of the city's largest cemeteries on the way. Great.
Man, no wonder they're hella cheap.
Barely any lighting, of course, besides the street lamps every once in a while and very little traffic. It's all inherently a bit creepy. And I'll admit to having sped through this section of road many times to get through it as quickly as possible. This specific night was perfect spring weather. So I was driving with my windows down listening to music. And it was around 10 p.m. I was coming around one of the curves in the road when I had to essentially slam my brakes. Right in front of me in the middle of the road, maybe 50 yards away, was what looked like a family. Again, picture a completely pitch black road with thick forest on both sides and only my headlights to show what's in front of me.
I would have ran them over. I don't
Bitch,
care.
fuck you.
Like, fuck.
This was a family of 3, maybe 4. A tall, slim woman, an average height, weight man, a child, short hair, but couldn't tell the gender based on the clothing and couldn't see their face. Maybe around 8 years old.
Bill the Addams family. Oh,
me, Travis, and Alex.
Man. You're like, hi.
I'm like, hi. And
That's
the
the
mother
Addams
was
family.
pushing a fucking stroller.
Bill, you. Fucking Dante.
It's all Louie describing seeing me in my house.
I know. Like, and they smelled. Yeah, right.
Their clothes looked normal, not tattered, but not nice. They also were not carrying any kind of light source, meaning before I arrived behind them in my car, they had been walking in the pitch black.
Oh, so she's seen the back of them.
Yeah. They were all facing away from me, walking completely silent in the middle of the street, the same direction I was heading. So yeah, they're back.
And I could see her BBL.
I had turned my music down to hear if they were speaking. Had music playing, etc. They didn't. The hairs on my arms immediately stood up. I came to a stop in the road behind them, obviously, and just sat there for a moment to let them move. They seemed to be completely unaffected by me and didn't even turn their heads slightly, nor did they attempt to move out of my way. I literally thought I was going insane or that I was dreaming. It was so surreal before I really had time to fully process and register what I was seeing and how truly strange it was. They all, at the same time, stopped walking and very slowly turned to face my car. This scared the absolute shit out of me. I honestly didn't even give myself enough time to look at their faces as they turned. I immediately threw my car in reverse and sent it backwards for probably a full 20 seconds before flipping a U-turn, nearly running myself off the road and booking it the other direction. The only thing I remember noticing is that the stroller looked to be completely empty. This was the part that sticks in my mind the most. I've never felt terror like that in my life. I checked my rearview mirror probably 1,000 times before getting to a main road and never saw a glimpse of them. In fact, I never saw a glimpse of them ever again. I tried asking my friend and his family about it, only to essentially feel like I was insane because of the way they were looking at me. Every time I tell this story, I get one of 3 reactions. They immediately think I'm fucking cuckoo, think I'm lying, or have had something sort of similar happen to them. I really don't care if no one believes me, honestly. It was and still is the creepiest thing to ever happen to me. I think about it all the time. It was either some weird-ass family trying to scare the shit out of me, a distraction for an attempted robbery assault, or it was something more sinister. I'm going to tell myself for probably the rest of my life that it was the first option.
Which is what?
That they were pranking him, that it was just a family trying to prank him.
Scary.
Ew, I don't like that.
It's really scary.
It probably was like a phantom family, didn't they say there was a cemetery?
Phantom, you mean like a ghost?
Yeah.
Family? Oh, yeah.
He
they
said there was a cemetery, right? Well, usually, like I said, around my house, there's like, if if it's an old burial ground or if there's like cemeteries and that, obviously there's going to be spirits lingering around. So what if in like there, the family all died?
You have a cemetery by your house?
No, but remember I told you
Oh,
that
like
my friend said that used to be farmland.
Yeah.
So maybe but you got all scared.
I know. I was like, I'm not going anymore.
No, my friend said that all used to be farmland. So she's like, you never know. People probably died in their property or like farmers and stuff like that. And now they're pissed.
That was a
I don't
scary one, but
like
I'm glad
that.
nothing happened. Like they chased her down or something. But I don't think it was the first option where someone's trying to prank her.
I don't think so either.
Why would you risk like a kid and like or possibly someone in a stroller like in the middle of the road, like scarily like that?
No, and I'm telling you, maybe it was a ghost because he said that the stroller was empty.
Yeah,
I don't like that one. I don't like any of these fucking stories. They're really fucking scary.
I know. And you guys today we're filming really late. So it's 11 p.m. We're over here telling these stories.
I think that's why I'm getting more chiviticas.
This one's called I Was Almost Cooked Alive.
I know I don't like fire.
When I was 10, my parents and I went to visit my grandmother for spring break.
Hansel and Gretel, the witch all took him and burned him.
Oh, wait, for real? I was almost cooked alive. My cousin also came to visit, and we decided we wanted to go to the YMCA for the day. My grandmother dropped us off and said she would come and pick us up in 4 hours. On that day, the YMCA was empty. There was a couple of adults in the exercise room, but that was it. We went to the basketball court, and after 2 hours of playing tag and shooting baskets, we were bored. I've never been the biggest fan of swimming, but the YMCA had a pretty cool pool, so we changed into our bathing suits and headed in there.
You're cracked.
The pool was empty except for the lifeguard. We played a bunch of games and swam laps, but after an hour, there wasn't much left to do, and there was no one except us to hang out with to keep things interesting. So we decided to play a game of seeing how long we could hold our breath underwater. Girl, why the...
The lifeguard was like,
I know.
Pinches squinkles.
We stood in the shallow and near the clock on the wall so we could time ourselves. Instead of fully submerging, we just suck our heads face down in the water. We did this a couple of times and I was winning. On our last round, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I figured it was my cousin giving up and telling me that I won. But instead, it was the lifeguard who told me to knock it off or she was going to have to ask us to leave the pool. Okay. Since we were tired of being in the pool, we figured we would get out, get dressed, and go back to the basketball court until my grandmother picked us up. We only had an hour left anyways, and the water was freezing. As we got out, the lifeguard stopped us and asked if we wanted to go into the sauna to warm up and dry off. The sign said 18 years or older, so of course we were super excited that she allowed us to do that. So they were under 18. She walked us to the sauna and unlocked the door. The door was glass and the interior was made entirely out of wood. Inside, above the door, there was a clock, probably to help make sure you were not in there for an unsafe amount of time. The lifeguard stand was adjacent to the sauna, but if you looked out the door, you could clearly see it. She followed us in and went over the thermometer encased in plastic and unlocked it so she could crank up the heat. I figured that she must have to turn it on each time, so I didn't think anything of it. Well, it's because like they're younger, so they're probably like, I don't get it.
They probably never been in a sauna.
Both my cousin and I were very short girls. Oh my gosh, so these are girls. Both my cousin and I were very short girls, and we couldn't see the temperature that was printed on the thermometer knob. But I know she was turning up the heat. Why would she leave two girls there?
I know, pinche vieja.
Then she left and shut the door behind her. I thought I saw her lock the door too, but I thought to myself, why would she lock the door when we might want to get out?
She locked the door?
Yeah. She said she thought she saw her, but that she almost like she told herself like, why would she lock it? Like if we want to get out. So it sounds like she's just giving her like all the benefits of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I checked the clock and decided we should get out in 10 or 15 minutes. I was already plenty warm in the sauna, but now the room was blazing. It felt nice because I was so cold from the pool. After almost 15 minutes, I was starting to get a little bit too hot, and my cousin agreed that we should leave so we can get dressed.
Bitch, 15 minutes in a sauna is crazy.
That's a lot, and especially when it's like only two people in there, you feel it like even hotter. And she cranked it up.
Hey.
I went to turn the knob on the door, but it wasn't budging. I thought maybe it was jammed, so I shook it, but it still wasn't opening. And then I let my cousin try. She couldn't open it either. We figured the lifeguard would be back in a couple of minutes, so we sat back down and waited. Oh, hell no, bitch. Immediately I would have broken that door.
Me too.
The room was getting hotter now. and I really wanted to leave. I got up and started banging on the door and shaking and twisting the knob, trying to get the lifeguard's attention. My cousin got up and joined me. We started screaming at the top of our lungs for her to let us out. But she just stared straight ahead. I don't think
You're
there's
lying.
any
Oh.
way that she couldn't have noticed or heard two little girls banging and knocking on a door screaming. Now we had been in there for 25 minutes. That's insane.
Ay, pobrecitas.
I'm always there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes max before I'm like, oh
Me
my
too. I
God.
can only do like 10, 15. And I'm like, over it. I can't breathe. Pobrecitas. And then they're panicking.
She said, it was so hot in the sauna that it hurt to breathe. It felt like my lungs were on fire. My eyes and skin were burning. We sat back down and put our towels over our heads because they were still a little damp and it made it easier to breathe. I would have easily wrapped that towel around my fist and broken that window.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But they're
"Eek." I know, that's why I'm
chiquitas.
like,
Oh.
I was so worried about my cousin as she is a couple years younger than me. I looked at the clock and saw that we had been in there for 35 minutes.
My God.
I got up and walked to the door again and saw the lifeguard still staring straight ahead. Again, I tried to get her attention by screaming that we needed out and banging on the door as hard as I could, but still nothing. I was starting to get pretty dizzy, so I went to sit back down, but the wooden seats on the sauna burned my skin.
Oh my gosh.
My towel was completely dry, so I put it underneath me to sit on. My hair was also dry, but I wrapped it across my face to cover my nose, and I squinted so that my eyes didn't burn as bad, but I could still watch if anyone walked past the door. It helped a little bit. My cousin was laying face down with the towel over her head, not moving or saying anything, so I nudged her to make sure she was still okay. She was, but I could tell she really needed to get out of there soon because she seemed a bit disoriented. Girl, it had been 45 minutes now and I was extremely nauseous. I feel like I would have
Oh
passed
my
out.
gosh.
There was no way that the lifeguard would forget that we were in there, and I thought she would be coming back
Pinche
soon.
puta.
But there was a little voice in my head telling me that maybe she purposely locked us in there.
Yeah.
Finally, a man walked past the door towards the pool, but for some reason I couldn't get up. My whole body was on fire and I felt so dizzy. Luckily, this man wasn't going to the pool. He wanted to be let into the sauna and came back with a lifeguard, sorry. I saw them walking this way and immediately jumped up to grab my cousin. I knew now that for sure she had locked us in there because she pulled out her keys to unlock the door and let the man in. I didn't want to take any chances of us being trapped in there any longer, so as the man was trying to walk in, I was trying to shove our way out. As we were going out, the lifeguard started trying to shut the door and push us back with it. The man was clearly confused about what was going on and said, I think they want out. The lifeguard let out a big sigh and opened the door fully, and we ran out as fast as we could into the changing room. We only had about 10 minutes before our grandmother was supposed to pick us up. We were both so shaken by what just happened that we didn't say anything to each other as we got dressed or on the car ride home. When we got back to our house, my grandparents were making us dinner and I told them the story of what just happened. They thought that I must have been exaggerating and they didn't believe me.
Oh.
I truly think that woman was going to let us cook alive in there. The only bit of doubt that I had was that what would have happened if we actually died. She obviously would have gotten the blame. What was her end game? I'm 21 now, but I think about this interaction all the time, and when I'm in a small spaces or I get too warm, I still have panic attacks.
Ay, pobrecita.
No one believes this story, and I get it. It's pretty absurd. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to ask for opinions, but do you think that this could have been some crazy misunderstanding, or do you think that she really just let us in there to die, and why? So to the lifeguard at the YMCA, please let's not meet again. Edit, I posted a minor update in the comment. I don't see her comment, but that's crazy.
I fully think that stupid bitch literally wanted. I don't think for the girls to die, but she was probably just a fucking bitch and probably got some joy out of being like, hey, they're cooking in there.
I saw it as like when they were playing, she was like, I'm over it,
Yeah, como
and
que
got
she got
annoyed.
annoyed.
Like, ay, pinches chamacas, and like locked them in there to be like,
Che
bye.
vieja pendeja. I think so. And I think honestly, she probably was like, I'm going to leave him in there for an hour. Because I feel like at an hour, you're probably going to be so fucking like disoriented, headache, throwing up, like bad, but not to the point where like you'll die. So I feel like this stupid bitch was like, I'm going to let him cook for an hour. And right before anything really bad happened, I'll let them out. And she was probably going to be like make an excuse of like, no, or like if they try to acusarla, it's going to be like, I didn't do anything. Or like, you're really going to believe these girls or like some shit like that.
And also F the grandma and the parents.
I know.
'Cause
I
she
don't know why
said
the
that.
fuck parents don't believe their kids.
Like she said that they were like, you're exaggerating. But I'm like, it's worth going to go be like, hey, my daughter's telling me this. Do you have cameras? What's going on? Like,
Right.
and also, why would you put him in there? And also the parents, even if they didn't believe it, feel like they could have easily been like, hey, the sauna's for people who are 18 and over. Why would you allow my kid to go in here?
I would go and tell that bitch off and jump
Yeah,
her.
like one thing or the other. But the fact that they were like, you're exaggerating.
I would not. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just in movies. I hope it's not like real life. But I've seen so many times in stories where fucking parents don't believe their kids.
I know.
I don't understand why. Or they think they're exaggerating. But ay, no, Marlene. Hágale casos a sus niños. Because unless your kid's a fucking liar. I'm just kidding.
For real, babe.
If it's like a situation like that, I would definitely look into it. I wouldn't just be like, you're fine.
Yeah, but also fuck the lifeguard. Just stupid. Like,
She's probably getting chorro right now.
I see.
So I hope she gets hella chorro. No, I hope they put her in a sauna for 3 hours.
For real.
También no que se muera, but pendeja babosa.
Yes, ma'am.
I found the update. I'm going to send it to the group chat.
She wants you guys to
Read
end
it,
this
read it.
podcast.
Yeah, ready? So some people are questioning the lock on the sauna. I have no idea what the OSHA regulations were at the time, but this was over a decade ago. There was 100% a lock on the door. Yeah, that does not seem safe, but let me explain the layout a little bit. I had gone to that YMCA quite a few times when I visited my grandma and cousin before. It was always full of children after school waiting for parents to be done with work. This town is fairly small and known for rowdy people, and the children are even worse. When you walk out of the changing room, you walk down a small hall, maybe 15 feet-ish, and near the end of it is the sauna. You can clearly see the door from the lifeguard stand, but imagine being one person trying to keep track of 50-plus kids in a pool and watching to make sure no one sneaks into the sauna.
That makes sense.
It is definitely safer to have a lifeguard go unlock it for each person.
I know.
And then edit. She edited something. I meant to mention that right now I currently am living in that town and I plan to see my cousin tomorrow. If at some point I can make it over to the YMCA, I will go investigate the sauna door. If anyone has questions for my cousin, I'll have her answer them too. Update. Was finally able to talk to my cousin. She confirms everything I said in my story. We can laugh about it.
I know.
But she agrees at the time it was very scary and she thought we were going to die. She also confirms that there was a lock on the door. I've not been able to go to the YMCA due to huge loss in our family Thursday night. However, I did contact them and they said the sauna now does not have a lock on the door.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know if I remember our sauna having lock on
I
it.
don't think so.
But also I could see that. But also
At the
I just don't know.
YMCA, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that. I could
because
see
it's-
why, like, if they know there's gonna be shit ton of kids at a certain hour, they're like, lock the sauna, and they probably just like keep it like nobody could go in the sauna.
Because if
at
you
this
have a
time.
sauna in a really like popular place like that where there's kids, especially like at a YMCA,
Yeah.
I feel like what if it's a small kid and they end up in there and they could easily just pass out or something. knock
Yeah,
on
that
wood.
could be like an accident.
Yeah, so then, because maybe people were like, I know, Marlene, your story's fake. Because like, why would there be a lot? But if it's something like YMCA,
That makes sense.
yeah, but
That's really dangerous.
that's really scary. But also, I'm sorry that a lot of people are questioning what happened to you.
Yeah, I believe you, and I'm really sorry that happened to you and your cousin.
I
Because that's
know.
awful. Pinche vieja pendeja culera.
Yeah, this one was more of like a true crime rather than a spooky season one. But
Yeah, but those were the first two. I feel like were really fucking scary.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
I know, me
Van a
too.
ver.
Great. And then when I tell May, hey, can you stay up with me? He's like, yeah, I got you. 2
And
minutes later,
hey, friend.
Ay,
does the
otro.
same thing.
great. Es que
Alright.
me and Luis somos bien pinche ansiosos y
I
no podemos dormir a la
know.
verga.
I know. Let us know which one was your favorite story. Which one was your favorite? I think my favorite was the first one you read.
What was the first one?
The
Remind
one
me.
with the window doing the oogie
Oh,
boogie bash.
yes. That
One's
one.
scary. Gives me like realistic, and it also gave me like demonic and like
Yeah, I think for sure that
All
was
of
probably my
that.
favorite just because how spooked it made me. I forgot about it. And I'm like,
That one was really
"Ah."
scary. They saw themselves. Like, I know.
I know, Marlene, but let us know what other content you guys want us to see or talk about for spooky season. We have quite a few episodes left.
And
So,
also, if you guys enjoyed these Reddit stories, because I've
yeah.
always wanted to do this one, so I'm glad we finally got to do it. And it was really spooky and it was
Yeah.
really detailed. But yeah, let us know any other content you guys want us to do for spooky season. And we're excited for the rest of it. Excited for you guys to see the rest of our costumes.
Yes. And we'll see you on the next one.